Oh my. I think we've got it going. This didn't take forever, did it? I'm running late, folks. If you can hear me, hang on. Oh, come on. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Ah! There we go. Can you see anything in there, Rupert? Uh-oh. Hi, well, I got 0 people so far, so it doesn't look, it's not looking promising. But here we are in Dubrovnik. We're at the marina. I can take these things off because there's nobody there to answer questions, and I don't need my readers then, do I? So it's Ren here for the 1 o'clock marina tour. And this is our boat behind me. Well, this is just no good, is it? I gotta go see Johnny down in Grus first thing on, when he's back to work on Monday afternoon to figure out, wait, do I have 2 people? Oh my goodness, there's 2 people. Who's there? Let me know who's out there. This is fantastic. Again, I haven't done much to promote these things because I keep making a mistake, but who is it? Anna! Oh my goodness. Thanks for coming along, Anna. This is fantastic. You made it. I was playing around with this thing. It's supposed to start at 1 o'clock when the bell would ring over there at that church. So anyway, let's forget about me and let's turn around and see what we're going to show you. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. So Anna, here we are. It's Saturday afternoon, it's 1 o'clock here in Dubrovnik. We're actually not in the old town of Dubrovnik. We're over at our marina, and our little magical mystery tours are going to be done on this for the next little while. This is our boat. It's called Unlimited. She's a lovely boat. She's 46 feet long. Well, it's called No Limit 1, but and this is it. We've been here got here on the 9th, Anna. Who else is here? Anna. Oh, very good. Hi, Nancy's here. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Thanks for coming along. I think you're going to enjoy it. Spend the next 30 minutes walking around the marina. This marina is located... Hey, Alan! Hi. Captain, how are you? Say hi to the fine folks. Say hi to Anna and Nancy.
I'm on candid camera.
You're on candid camera. Isn't that beautiful? Alan is another captain, and he's going to be sailing that vessel, same as we're going to be sailing this vessel, and we're all going to be going off to Seychelles in the southern Indian Ocean, off the coast of Africa. Now, the thing is, with that, we've been here since April 9th, and we haven't been able to leave because of conditions beyond our control, which are the people that own the boats, a little nervous about the conditions in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden right now, and insurance companies don't want to pay insurance on these things. So what we may end up doing is going around Africa. Can you imagine that? That'll slap a few extra miles on us. Anyway, when we got here, this marina wasn't even open. It's called ACI Marina. That stands for the Adriatic Croatian International, and it's a lovely marina. It's a full service marina, and as you can see, people are washing boats, getting everything cleaned up and ready to go because the season has just started. When I got here on the 9th, there was really nobody here, but today's Saturday, and today's really the first Saturday of some activity. They got water in the pool now. We were docked over here, by the way, behind this big boat named Explorer, but they asked us to move so Explorer could get in, and then another big boat's coming in behind it. So we've actually been on 2 different boats since I've been here. One boat I'll show you as we're walking around the marina, and you just saw the other one that we were using, we are going to use. Everything's moved on to that. That church over there, I've been to it twice since I've been here. That goes back to the 16th century, but nobody knows a real date on it. It's the Franciscan monastery, and let's see, I have it. Yeah, here we go. See, these are all charter boats, by the way. Yeah, here we go. Get another shot of this. I'm going to walk around this side. We're going down towards the pool. Again, this gimbal isn't the greatest in the world, and I have to replace it. But yeah, the Franciscan monastery over there, and the Church of the Visitation of Mary. And the request for building it was in 1527, but nobody knows exactly when it was fully built. But it was not too far after that, apparently. Lovely boats, and again, as I say, everybody's getting them all buffed up and ready for the season. It's quite seasonal here. A lot of boats were up on the Hard. 3 days ago, kids were playing soccer, or football, as you will, in that pool, because there was no water in it. It was quite something. They were banging balls off the walls, and it was pretty cool to watch them play. But look at the setting. Isn't this something else? This is like a fjord, and the water that drains into it, or runs into it, is the Ombla River, and it is one of the world's shortest rivers. It's only 50 meters long. Oh, it's beautiful scenery. No, Anna, when I arrived here, well, we arrived, let's walk by the pool on this side. When I arrived, we got here after midnight on the 9th. So when I woke up on the 10th, I woke up to open my eyes because it was all dark. I couldn't see anything beforehand. I went, oh my God. And we were in front of the castle over here. This is where our original boat was, which they asked us to move because that owner doesn't want to risk his boat on the route that we were scheduled to take down through Seychelles, or on the way to Seychelles. And now, as I say, we're going to probably end up going around Africa. So he bailed on it. So we moved from his boat to another boat. And see this? Last week there was nobody here at all. But look, the pool's full. Nobody in the pool, but the pool is full. So yeah, this is the first real day of activity I've seen since I've been here. Other than that, it's just us walking around. That over there, well, our boat's on the other side. I'll walk you over there. That castle's called the Sorkosevic. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but what these were, and there's 24 of those outside the walls of Dubrovnik in this area, because this was the area where the affluent noble people would have they were called summer residences. That's what they call them, summer residences. And as I say, 24 of them, and they're just gorgeous. And a lot of them are in really, really, really bad shape. But this one over here, Sorkosevic, is in pretty good shape, really, for its age. Because this thing goes back, well, when they started moving out, when it was safe to move outside the city walls of Dubrovnik, you could come out to places like this, and that goes back 15th, 16th century. So some of them are, Gothic, others are Renaissance. The original ones are more Renaissance, of course, and then the Gothic ones came a little bit below that. And these are all the amenities of our little marina here. It's a great spot. It really, really is. They got all these little shops. That's the washroom, showers, and everything over there. Right over here, like I told you, this is the ACI Marina in Dubrovnik. And it's nice because we're out in the countryside, but we're still in the district of Dubrovnik, or the municipality thereof. And over here we have an Italian restaurant, which is now open. The grocery store just opened. Everything's just getting going. Today's really the first day, being a Saturday. It's not the first day, but being a Saturday, people are out and doing things. And here's a good picture of where we're at. You can see the old town over here. Now, I've been down there and I did a little tour of there the other day. But we go past Gruz, and then you can see the waterway, the fjord going up in through there. That's where we are. We're at the very end of that. And time permitting, and I'm sure it will, we can walk right down there. It's just gorgeous here. But it's nice to see people are out now. And it's a nice sunny day. We've been having a lot of rain lately. Today is a beautiful sunny day, so I'm pretty happy about that. But here's our reception area. Those people are lovely in there. We could go in and say hello to Mariana. She was terrific. I asked her some things about, Comollac, which is where we are. We are actually in the town, the town of Comollac, which is inside of the district of Dubrovnik. This is our original boat. So we got here in the middle of the night, pitch black, can't see anything. We couldn't even find the boat for an hour, but we do. We find it. You'll see why, because Nez's name is not really prominent on this thing. But this Estrella 42 is our original boat. So we lived on that thing for about a week. And you can see the name over here, Neza. So we couldn't see that in the middle of the night. But anyway, we get in, we wake up in the morning, and I come out here and I go, oh my goodness, look at this place. I didn't see any of this last night. And this is a guy's private summer resident. Isn't it nice? He's got a vineyard in there. You walk through the walls, you can, well, it's just fantastic. I'll tell you what, let's go over here, because we have time. Now I was asking Mariana if we could walk up through the top floor there, or the second one anyway, and she said no. The floor isn't safe and whatnot, but I don't know. So we won't do that. But isn't this great? We're doing a lot of walking in our little neighborhood here because it's just so cool. Everything's made out of stone. We've been really getting a kick out of it. And I haven't been watching too much on the It's Beautiful Scenery. Yes, the neighbor's dog. Opposite our snowbirds. There we go. Hey fella, how you doing? Hi, how are you? That's a good fella. Not the first time I've seen him. But now this castle has turned into marine shops. Dubrovnik Yachting, and over here they have like a little bit of a machine shop. And they've got all kinds of things going on. That's laundry, staff only. But check this place out, huh? This is great. This is a guy's summer residence. I come over here for a couple months a year. That's about it. I really, really dig it. And there's so many of these right here in our neighborhood. Well, they're all over the country, but so many of them right here. I'm learning a little bit about the history too, and places like this where the nobility came and spent their that's pretty cool what he's doing. Spent their summer months and mingled with the lovely people. This is really the guy's vineyard here. Let's stroll through. Lovely gardens. Nice wall around it. It's really quite intact. Oh, those roses look lovely. Yeah, no, Anna, exactly. Wouldn't that be fun? Let's walk through here. And up top, way up on there, now that's sort of a chapel, a funeral chapel, really. I walked up there the other day. We don't have time to go up there today because it's a bit of a hump. And I'd be completely out of breath by the time I got there, but it's a big cemetery. Well, I don't know if you want to call it a graveyard or a cemetery because of that chapel that's up there. And we can walk right out here. Oh, and you see that flag way up on the rock, on the wall? That's 400 meters above sea level. If you can see it up there, that's the Croatian flag. That flag goes back to the Second World War. But yeah, I'll explain more about the flag in a minute, but look how beautiful the setting is here. These little canals, and we have ducks, and we have geese, and a variety of other little animals running around. And they got a nice species of fish here that's sort of rare. And over here, they have a kind of a little golf course, pitch and putt driving range thing, and a gymnasium, one for the kids and one for the adults. Now this, I'm not sure what it is. It looks like lawn bowling, but a little short, and there's no grass. It's a little too far for horseshoes, so I don't know what the hell that is, but there it is. I'll have to ask. And we have a tennis court. So far this season I haven't seen anybody play on it, but it's early. As I say, this is the, really the kickoff weekend, last weekend of April. A lot of guys here today working on their boats, putting them all together, getting everything organized. I sat right there where those people are sitting right now. That's a tennis clubhouse. Googling up a little bit of information so I could dispense it to you fine folks. But yeah, the flag, I'll tell you about that when we get outside. I want to take you for a little walk out here. It's our marine shop. It's got all the full amenities, as I say, and we're delivering our boat for these guys over here, Nadari, and our grocery store just opened up. It opened up 2 days ago. Before that, we would have to go get our groceries at the gas station, so you can imagine how well we ate. But look at this. Ta-da! We've gone from shopping at a gas station to shopping here. Pretty nice, huh? Let's walk out here. I want to walk down this other road. We're going to walk off the campus, or the marina, for a minute, show you a bit more around. But yeah, back in the day, like I did a little tour last week of Dubrovnik, the old town, and they had a water situation which was horrific, as in they were having to ship, you can imagine these old boats shipping water in, like 10 boats a day from here down into the old town. So finally in the 13th century, no, it would have been the 15th century because it was completed in 1438. They contracted some Italian guys to come, and they ran the water from back behind those trees over there all the way into town, a little canal, and it still works today. And the distance and the grade between here and there, even as high as it was of 109 meters here, it was 0.06% grade by the time it got down to the town center, and which is amazing. People go, oh my goodness, how could they do it? I don't know how they did it, but they did it. And this is where I take the bus into town. That's not my bus. I'm usually a 1A or a 1B guy. Oh, here's our old grocery store, the gas station. I won't take you over there and show you all of the good stuff they have in there. But yeah, we're right out in the countryside, and we're in a place called Comolac. And I'll tell you what, we'll just walk right over here, because we're only halfway through the tour, so we got lots of time. This is sort of like Comolac, and then up top there it says Izvor. That is basically where that little tiny river is, which is only 50 meters long. But it feeds out into the fjord, and then there's that green spot there. That's a big island, and it has some very, very wild and weird insects that are indigenous to that little island. I just found that out today. So let's walk down here, and we'll go down to the little shoreline over here, because it's more of a buzz of activity now, which is more interesting to see. I didn't want to do an old town Dubrovnik tour again, because you can go online and find a billion of those videos, and they're much better than this low rent production, I'll tell you right now. But this is live for all 6 people. This is the biggest number I've had yet. Anna, you remember, you started in Singapore with me. It was just you and I. And then the next one, I think we had 4, and it went to 5, and then it went to 4. And then now look at us go to 6. I'll try to figure out again the promoting of this, because I couldn't put it on the Together Virtually platform. I tried, but it just kept failing. And well, I wasn't doing it right. And that's why I don't even know how you folks found about this, but I'm glad you did. Glad you came. You have everything you need, seems like. Yes. Well, we do. We're going to do we're hoping now, realistically, to be gone from here Tuesday, which is okay for me because I'd like to get down into Gruz again to talk to this computer guy, help me out with my little woes and problems that I have in the technology department, and then we can get going. But we're also concerned about weather conditions, as they may deteriorate the longer we stay here for the places that we have to go to on the way to Seychelles, considering we got to go around Africa and not through the Suez Canal now, which appears to be the case. Hasn't been completely confirmed, but I'm looking at 90%. If we're going to do it, we got to go that way. Otherwise, the boat just sits here and does nothing for like a year. And I don't think that's a practical idea either for the owners. So hopefully we will move the boat, and the crew and the captain, he's keen, we'll go. Take us a little longer, but that's all right. Part of the adventure, right? If I can get a little better at doing these tours, I'd like to show you some of the other things that we're going to be seeing, because if we do go around Africa, we're going to go to Malta, then we're going to go to Gibraltar, Canary Islands, Cabo Verde, Nambia, South Africa, Madagascar, and finally Seychelles. I mean, that would be kind of fun to see some of those places. If I can get my act together with these live tours, I'd love to have you along. Look at that old wall, huh? As you can see, some of the restorations going on here now. Back in the day, 1991, that's when Yugoslavia attacked Croatia. There's that flag again. It goes back to the Second World War, and you know what? They refurbished it again because it was a symbol of, Croatia, and it was bombed by the Yugoslavs to just deface it, which they did, and then it was repainted with a crew, like in a mountain, an alpine-esque fashion, because they had to get themselves down there with at least 4 cans of paint, because there's 4 colors there. And oh, car, all right, hang on. And they did it in 1993 again. They cleaned it up, fixed it all up, and then again in 2008. But the last time they did it was 3 weeks ago. They did it just before we got here, because we've only been here for, we've been here for like 19 days. But the place where the flag's located has a special significance, for during the war, because it's a symbol of the pride and also the suffering of the homeland. Yeah, I got a basketball net right there. And even though, it got destroyed during the Homeland War, it gave strength to the veterans and defended, who are the people that were really defending Croatia and the nearby battlefields. And especially the town over there, which is, I think it's called Mokosica and Rosat. Anyway, they had to endure the horrors of the war here. I don't know how many people are aware of the Croatian War of Independence. But that went from 91 to 95. And of course, a lot of old Dubrovnik town itself got bombed and destroyed, and they've had to do a lot of rebuilding on those historic medieval properties. And here's the hotel, restaurant. And this just reopened for the season. And it's quite nice. Let's take a look inside. I'll show you what I mean. Because it goes right along the waterway here. So you can pop in here. I walked by here last night, and the guy was sitting right there, and he had his guitar out, and people were all dining, and it was all lovely. See if we can see any ducks. Let's see any ducks. That right across the way is that island I was talking to you about, or explaining, that it has these wild, funky insects that are indigenous to here. And they have there's a duck over there. Isn't this great? Ah, Rupert, I am in charge of the fashion desk. Busy. Very good. Hey, hang on just a second. Wait a minute. Hang on. Okay, this is what I'm wearing today. Have I failed? Have I failed the fashion? Apparently so. All right, let's get back out here. But again, look at these buildings, and some of these, I swear, have bullet holes in them. Uh-oh. My gimbal's starting to go a little squirrely. Sorry about my hand there. I may have to take this thing off. I know I certainly have to replace it. Hang on, let me hold my thumb over this part of it. All right, it's not going to move. Smoke may come out of it because I'm forcing it into its one position here. But this is a gimbal that I replaced the one that I lost in Valletta Harbor when I fell in. That was not the brightest thing I did. So that gimbal got destroyed, but I finally found another one in Las Palmas, and that's the one I'm using right now, but it's a real donkey. Doesn't do very well. But here, see these are old places that would go back to 15th, 16th century, and this would be considered a summer residence as well. And the big thing for these places, they all kind of had the same thing. They all had, the building with large windows, which they didn't typically have back in town, so that they get as much sunlight as possible. They had a garden, and also, which was really important, was a dry dock. Everybody had a place to haul their boat up, because they all had boats right out here. And, of course, this is hundreds of years ago, so these sidewalks weren't there at the time. So these properties probably extended right to the water edge. I'm sure they did. I am in charge of oh yeah, that's you again. Better than the 2-2. Yeah. I put on a few pounds. It's more like a 3-3. And so down this little road here, these are all very cute old homes. They're really fabulous. Really, really are. This is a really nice little neighborhood. It's parallel to the highway over there, but it's so much nicer to walk along here than, of course, walk along the highway. Another shot of our flag. That's 400 meters up. Keep going back to that. I only know so many things about Croatia, but I know about the flag. And they have a few of these little properties around here, so they're going to all be filling up pretty soon. This is that time of the year. Boats are getting final preparations to put in the water. As I say, our marina, it's a full service, so I expect to see in the next week hopefully we're not here in the next week, a lot more boats being plopped in. Isn't this great? I'm from Canada, so I don't see, I don't go as far back as Europe as far as, architecture and, these stone buildings are something else. I really dig them. And everybody's got a little funky garden, like I say. And the other thing they used to have is a little chapel on the property as well. So that thing back there was probably this chapel for this house. It's a little family chapel. That was the other thing they had, the dry dock, the garden, and the little chapel, and the big windows. Yeah, this gimbal really, I'm afraid to take my finger off of it. Yeah, hang on. Oh. All right, we'll just try that. This I don't know what it was, but let's take a look inside. Okay, can anybody identify what that thing is? Yeah, exactly. They're fabulous. Oh, I get some traffic. Oh, and over there's the new bridge. We've been here so long that bridge was closed when we got here, and now it is open for business again. And that is, on the other side of that bridge, is the Ombla River. All 50 yards or meters of it. Again, you look it up, and they'll say it's the shortest river in the world. I thought they were kidding. I looked it up. They say it's one of the shortest rivers in the world. So I don't know if it is but it's right up there. I mean, a 50-meter river that spills out into this fjord. And, before it gets into sort of the briny water where, fresh water meets salt water. Because this is all salt here, because this is all leads out to the Adriatic Sea, of course. And cute little boats. I have no idea what that thing was. Oh, okay, yeah, mystery item. That's great. Neither do I. Too bad I don't speak Croatian. I could, ask somebody. Oh, gimbal's starting to go nuts again. But that's okay. Get this. We're into 30 minutes of a 30-minute tour. Something like that. Because I'm walking down the street and it's a beautiful day, so. And we're not leaving today, so why not enjoy a nice little stroll along the Umbla River here in Dubrovnik, Komolac, Croatia. A bunch of birds flying over there. Oh yeah, oh, this is terrific. Oh, here at Little Hostel. That'll be filling up, I'm sure, pretty soon, in the next few months. Came down here the other day, well, I guess it was yesterday, and I had to walk down through through this sort of a gully between two buildings, because if you're on the highway, the guardrail projects so far into the highway that, well, that's how I got down here. I came down that little way right there. What we'll do is we'll just walk right over to the Umbla River where it comes down. You can see the waterfall. It's a little bit, but beyond that, and we don't get any depth reception on it, but or perspective, but it's only 50 meters. This is the Capitano bar right here. I might as well show it to you while I'm walking by. Do the quick bar tour. The place is packed. We'll never get a seat. Yeah, I was in here a couple nights ago. Hello, how are you today? Fantastic. I'll come back a little later on. Who's playing? We got Wu playing Live. Zip, zip, score. See you later. All right, Capitano. They're playing Creedence Clearwater Revival. Not bad. Oh, camera's going nuts again. I really got to replace this gimbal. Oh yeah, this will work out fine. We go to 35 minutes, we'll be right in the middle of the bridge. Walking this way is better.
What a lovely
hey,
paradise.
It is a lovely paradise. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having us. This is terrific. There we go. Just another friendly native. That's what you get here in Croatia. Just a lovely bunch of people. Now, okay, they don't typically have these little Johnny on the spots, but because they're just complete at the bridge, see the sign? Umbla, the Umbla River. You know what? If we run across the street without getting hit by a car, yeah, this was closed when we first got here. Now it's open. As you can, look how nice and shiny it is. But anyway, here's the river. We won't walk up there, but a little waterfall is cascading over there. That's the end of the river. And that's where it sort of meets the brackish water. Brackish as in fresh meets salt. And after that, heads out into the Adriatic, right down this fjord, which is where our marina is and where we were. And there's that church that I walked up to the other day with Bass, and we had a nice look around. It's a cemetery, a graveyard up there, and I don't think they have regular services there. Those are the ones down at the Franciscan monastery. But isn't that something? Okay, now, boathouses? Could be. Now, let me turn this thing around. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's the end of the tour. Hope everybody had a good time. I certainly did. Again, it's a lovely day here in Croatia, and hopefully we'll be gone on Monday and or sooner. And if not, I'll let you know when I can pull off another one of these tours. But as few people as we had, I'm glad you came along, because I can prove that I can at least do a live tour, regardless of how many people I can invite. So that said, everybody have a great weekend, and we'll call it a day from here. Enjoy yourselves. Bye, and thanks again.